everyone, and welcome to our fourth Brains Gains video.
Come on.
Okay. Hi everyone, and welcome to our Brains Gains video. Today we're going to be talking about interviews.
Yeah.
We've had a few people message us and ask us to talk about our interview experience, if we've got any tips or hints.
We've done quite a few interviews between us, haven't we?
Yes, we have. I feel like I've done loads.
Things, different types of interviews as well. So from when I was 16 and had a Saturday job at Marks and Spencer's in Altrincham.
Uni interviews.
University interviews, job interviews at the NHS.
Job interviews at practices.
Different clinics when we were starting out.
Yeah, so I think we've got a bit of experience about interviews.
Yeah.
What would be your number one tip to people about a good interview?
We live in an era today of like free expression and whatever, and everything's a little bit more casual now. But I still think you should always make yourself look really presentable. I think that's a really important thing. It's a little bit maybe old-fashioned, but I do think you don't.
You want to be dressed well. Yeah. You want to look nice. You
want to look clean, well groomed. Yeah. Like you take pride in your appearance. Yeah. That's the first thing, because first impressions count. The first thing they're going to do is they're not going to. First thing isn't going to be your handshake or how you say hello. It's going to be what you look like.
Yeah.
So
isn't it crazy? I think there's like some mental statistic that people make their mind up about you in the first 5 minutes or whatever, and the majority of that is just your body language.
5 minutes, it's like seconds.
Oh, sorry, 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Well, no, I'm not saying 5 seconds. It could be, I don't know, but it's like maybe 15, 20 seconds or something like that.
Well, that's because of how you look and also your body language. Yeah. So I think body language is number 2.
Yeah.
You've got to make sure that you're very open, confident, you're not slouching or you've not got your head down. Yeah. You speak quite clearly, and you're quite sort of confident when you say hello, like you were saying about handshake. Yeah. Good solid greeting. So I think that's really important, your body language and just your general demeanour. Yeah,
because there's loads of studies and there's loads of things you can look at about body language and even just how you sat. Yeah. So obviously we're sat talking to you now. I'm not sat like this with my back to you, or I've not got my legs sort of folded away. I've got my hands sort of, you can't see my hands on here, but my hands are sort of open and talking that way. So it's kind of having, it's open and inviting without being sort of too open and too chilled. And we're not sort of slouched.
Give me that job.
Yeah, well, the minute this video's over, that's how you do, isn't it? Slouch all over me. Hey? She does all the time.
What's she on about?
Anyway,
so number 3, I think the third tip, what would your third tip be?
I don't know. I've only got to 1 and 2.
Okay.
Okay, so we've done appearance. Yeah. Done appearance. So
body language.
We haven't talked about appearance so in any detail. Should we do that?
Do we need to? We just said well groomed.
Okay, yeah.
Well groomed, well dressed. Make sure that you're not rocking a mini skirt and fishnets.
Wear good shoes, That's quite a big thing, isn't it? They always say wear good shoes.
I just think be well presented and look smart. I don't think we need to say any more about appearance.
Well,
okay. Third thing is.
I think if someone comes to an interview with scuffed shoes.
Yeah, well, that's general appearance, looking clean, looking tidy.
That's what I mean.
Looking clean, looking tidy.
All right.
Okay. The third thing is definitely do your research before you go to the interview. It's so important that you know what the position that you're applying for is all about. Yeah. You know something about the actual company, you've done a bit of background research, so that when they do ask you questions, you are well prepared.
Yeah, because the thing is, a lot of people go to the interview, they don't know about it, and when they ask you the questions, you're going to look unstuck. So you need to have an answer for that. And also you can start to engage. You can also get, the idea sometimes is to get them talking about their company to you as well. Yeah. So questions work 2 ways, so you can almost reverse it a little bit and engage. You want a 2-way conversation. Yeah,
totally. I totally agree. Yeah. I think it's really important to do that. So get researching before you go.
Okay. So tip number 4 for me is a really common question that you're gonna get asked in an interview, most likely, is what are you gonna bring to the company or the team that you're interviewing?
Yeah, that's a good one actually. Yeah, they do. They always ask that.
And this is an answer that you should have really had a lot of thoughts about before you go to the interview.
Prepare.
This is one that you can prepare for. You have to think about yourself and your qualities, and also what they're looking for and how those two might go together.
Yeah.
So, don't...
What value you can bring.
Yeah.
So that's the question, isn't it? What skills do you have, or what is it about you that makes you different, or what is it about you that you need to be able to sell yourself.
And by preparing for this, what you're doing is you're also answering your own questions as to how suited you are to this job. Because if you're preparing for it and you think, well, actually, I'm not going to be very good at that, and they're probably looking for that, then that's probably not the right interview for you.
Yeah, exactly. It is about selling. An interview, let's be honest, it's about selling yourself, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's about making, that person feel like you're the right choice. So
and it's so easy to think, well, I don't, especially when you put on the spot, sometimes people want to be quite modest and hold back. But if you need to, that's why you need to prepare. Because if someone just asks you on the spot, if someone asked me today, what am I good at? I'd be like, I'd have to think about it. But
what are you good at?
Well, don't put me on the spot.
Nothing.
But that's how it will come across in an interview. Where if Anna just asked me right now, under pressure, I'd be stumbling. So think about it, and also give it some good thought as to what you're good at. And you might think that you're not very good at things, but there'll be things that you are good at. You might be a good communicator, you might be a good listener, you might be good with figures, you might be good with people, you might be good with your hands, you might be a good organizer. All those things, you might be great at time management. So don't sell yourself short. Prepare for that answer, and give it them.
Yeah, I agree. Give it them. Number 5 in an interview. I think it's really important in an interview because they always ask you, have you got any questions? And again, going back to preparing, it's a good idea.
I've got a great question.
One sec. Good idea is to actually ask a question. So, don't sit there and just go, oh no, it's fine. Already prepare 2 or 3 questions maybe that you've got regarding the role or regarding, what you're going to be doing. But I think it's always nice to ask something.
Yeah, definitely. Especially about the job specifically.
Yeah.
And because it shows that you're interested in that.
Yeah. What were you going to say was a good question?
I'll come on to it at the end.
Okay.
Just because it's a really good thing to finish your interview with, but I'll come back to that. Okay. Talk about your sort of extracurricular activities.
So that's number 6, really, isn't it? Yeah. Tips number 6.
Tip number 6 is talk about what you do in your personal life. You might have family, friends.
Yeah.
You might have pets. Your hobbies. You might play musical instruments like I do, or you might play sport. You might be into the gym. Whatever it is, give them something a little bit about the real you, not just what's on paper and what's on a CV. And that comes better when it comes face to face. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think that's a really good point. Okay, tip number 6. 6? 7. Tip 7. Tip number 7. I think it's really important, even because interviews, let's be honest, are nerve-wracking. You can get so worked up and so nervous. It might be that you're up the night before, can't sleep, like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. And when you get in there, your mouth might be going dry, but do try and relax. And I think that's really important. And usually the interviewer are usually really nice, and they probably ask you a few nice questions to start with just to warm you up. But try and relax, and try and not work yourself up too much. I think sometimes when you're nervous, you just can't perform very well. Yeah. So I think that's really important, that you should try and take a deep breath, deep breathing, and speak slowly. Don't go blah, 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 blah. Because I do that. I can ramble on. Speak calm. Yeah, you can ramble on. And so can you. Do all that. Yeah. Ramble, rambler. Definitely, you're the biggest one. But try not to ramble too much or try to get too much information out too quick. Just take your time, nice, calm, collected. We've all been there. When you're in an interview, just realise we've all been there. It is hard. Yeah, come on. Well. Sorry, go on. Yeah, don't do that in your interview, yeah? You could do it in the car. Yeah, before you go. Yeah. Right, last one now. Last one. Tip number 8. So tip number 8 is something that someone taught me a long time ago, and it's something that you should ask the interviewer towards the end of your interview. And you should ask them, is there anything on your CV on your experience, on your resume, or anything in there, or the interview that is missing. And what that does is it shows a very, very good quality that you're actually sort of reflecting on what you bring and where you can improve further.
That's a good point.
It also allows the interviewers to then engage with you about that and give you good feedback, and it shows a really, really good quality in you.
That sounds really good.
So always do that. You don't have to sort of
missing. That, you think I could improve on.
Don't say it like there is something obvious missing that you're just hoping they've not found. But just ask them nicely. Look, is there anything on there on my CV that I'm lacking, or because and they like that. They really like that.
So I hope this has helped you guys. If you have got an interview coming up, or if you are thinking about applying for a job, hopefully
that 8 tips will help you along.
8 tips.
I think there is. There was 8, wasn't there?
I think there was 8. I don't know. I've lost count. Leave a comment below and like and subscribe.
Yeah. And if you want any other type of advice, maybe on university interviews or anything more specific, leave us comments. We'll do your video.
Let us know.
I've been to university twice. So,
all right, get you. I've been to university twice.
You've done a couple of
education snob.
You did your masters, didn't you? As well, you had a big interview for that.
We can talk about unis. Whatever you guys want us to talk about, let us know.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you later.